So long as your investment decisions are based on fear and not faith, on scarcity versus abundance, you're going to find yourself on the bottom side of everything. People come in and they'll just tell me, I am terrified of losing what I have. That's a legitimate fear. But not doing anything about it, that's not legitimate. Hey folks, Colin here once again on the Lord and Richard Show. And I'm continuing a little mini-series that we've done on the abundance mindset. And this is something I've learned from others. It started with business, but it should permeate down into your personal life and how you operate personally, because this mindset is the difference between success and failure in so many different ways. Yes, of course, in business. If you got a business owner who won't deploy resources, who won't properly pay their people, who isn't willing to take some risks and put resources to work to extend and increase the influence of that business is going to die. A lack of growth equals death, right? When we stop growing, we start dying. It's just a reality of nature, both in our physical realm as well as in the business realm. And let me just tell you personally, stepping back a little bit here and thinking mentally and spiritually, when you stop growing, you start dying, right? Things begin to retreat. They tend to move backwards because there is no status quo in life. There's no way to just sit there and float in the perfect little middle zone like a scuba diver, right? We, as an advanced certified scuba diver, my kids and I, we like to go out and there's a perfect state that you achieve very early. You learn how to achieve this where you're in stasis, where you're not moving other than the currents of the water moving you. You're perfectly in balance there in the water. Well, guess what? That does not exist in life. Life has too many contradicting and counteracting forces that you must adopt a growth mindset, even when we retire. That's why I call it financial independence, right? Don't just retire to the couch. Don't just retire to the rocking chair. Be active, engaged, and growing in retirement. The people that I meet with that I respect the most are those that are putting effort into their physical health and development, that are putting effort into the financial plan that we're working together with them so that they can achieve and continue and maintain and grow their financial independence. They're putting effort into their walk with the Lord. They're putting effort into relationships. This is not a time, folks, to just sit back and float down the lazy river, right? Because the lazy river takes you where it wants to go, not where you want to go. And if I know you and most of the people I'm meeting with, you say, yeah, that's what I want. I want a growth mindset. Well, it starts with an abundance mindset. In order to do this, you must let us help you develop a comprehensive plan, first of all, to be financially independent. Because so long as financial worries dominate your thinking, so long as your investment decisions are based on fear and not faith, on scarcity versus abundance, you're going to find yourself on the bottom side of everything. People come in and they'll just tell me, I am terrified of losing what I have. That's a legitimate fear. But not doing anything about it, that's not legitimate. And so whether it's with us or with someone else, or if you have the know-how to do it yourself, by the way, you're going to need a lot of knowledge to do that by yourself, because we do this literally for hundreds and hundreds of people. Most of the people I'm talking to, they're getting to do this once for themselves. As a matter of fact, I have a good friend named David Babel. He was a professor at Wharton. He has counseled the World Bank, the U.S. Treasury. He's probably one of our nation's foremost experts on risk management. And he even said on film, on tape, he says, when I retire, I want somebody to come alongside and help me. I don't want to have to do all this stuff myself that's necessary to maintain and develop and continue forward on this financial strategy that's going to keep me free from having to go back to work. And that's where we can help. Because if you're a do-it-yourselfer, first of all, I wish you the best, okay? Because this is not a game for the faint at heart. And this is a game for people who are ready to tackle some of the biggest challenges in retirement. How can you be absolutely sure you don't run out of money in retirement? Well, we know how to do that. We can actually help you guarantee that. You say there's no guarantees in life. Well, there are some. And it behooves you to find out what those are. How can you make sure? How can you be certain that you're not going to be bankrupted by a healthcare emergency like long-term care or chronic illness? It is the number one cause of bankruptcy in retirement. Number one cause because often let's take a married couple. You have the sick spouse devouring the assets of the family and the well spouse going on maybe to live for many years. And what are they going to live on? How are they going to live? How's their lifestyle going to be supported? Are they going to be bankrupted? Taxes are one of the biggest problems in retirement. I always do say, let's not get it out of proportion. If you're paying taxes, that means you're making money. So that's a win. But we shouldn't be overpaying taxes. But the problem is this is one of the biggest categories where the needle is constantly moving. This is why we have employed key tax professionals, certified financial planners, enrolled agents with the IRS on our team to give you the highest level advice so that you can avoid leaving all your money at the end of a life or even during life to the government, as well as nursing homes and hospitals, right? And then how to make sure that at the end of life, as a good steward of what God has entrusted you, you pass those assets on to some place worthy, right? Your family or a just cause, as opposed to leaving it all behind and letting it fritter away into the state and government coffers. Well, that's going to demand a high level of planning. I would encourage you, let us help you. We can come alongside, really for the same cost as what most people pay just to have somebody kind of sit on their eggs, a broker. We're going to bring an advanced level of financial planning that you've probably never experienced before. And I would love to help you do this, because out of this meeting, I promise you, if you adopt the principles that we share and you receive the teaching that I share, you're going to come out of this with a greater abundance mindset. I had a client the other day. He said, Colin, you were talking about this at a recent event for our clients that we held at the Forney Museum. We do this every other month where we're educating, inspiring our clients, and it's free to you. You can even bring a friend. Call in and let us know that you'd like to come. And so while we're educating and inspiring, I'm encouraging them, do more with what you have. Do you want it to just pass on after you die, or do you want to see your family blessed while you live? And he said, I really took that to heart, and we're going to start doing some really amazing things with the people that we love. That's financial independence. To be able to do what you love with the people that you love and not have to worry about how to pay for it. That's where we want to help you get. Well, folks, it is a simple conversation, a beautiful conversation where we sit down and listen to your goals, your values, your hopes, your dreams, and then we put together a written plan, so that you can retire with confidence or remain retired financially independent, not worried, not coming out of scarcity, not coming out of fear mindset, but bringing an abundance mindset. We're going to teach you how to take what you have and get more income out of it so you can do more amazing things with the resources at your disposal. It simply starts with a phone call to our amazing team.